Two hearts living in just one mind, beating together till the end of time. I'm saying two hearts, last one, just one mind, just one mind, just one mind. Hey, is that a bass? No. That's what we call a bass. No. I checked in the dictionary. It's pronounced bass. Like Bass Mark, the famous bassist. Trust me, I knew him. Put that in your pip and smick it. Drag off. So anyway, this particular bass is a repeat offender. Meaning, what? I'll explain what I mean. I mean what I explain, right? A couple of days ago, weekend, driving along on my way, right? It was late in the afternoon, too, right? And I wasn't particularly looking for an instrument. I was going somewhere else. I was going elsewhere. I see at the corner of my eye, as I'm driving by, yard sale. I'm pretty good at like gauging yard sale for my car because I've done it so many times. But I seen slung against the tree this bass, or some say bass, right? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I might be in a losing battle by saying bass, so maybe I'll just go with the flow, man. It's a bass. So I looked at it, I was like, that's a beautiful looking bass, man. Get out of the car, man. There's like nobody around, man. There's a Mexican guy weed whacking around by the house. But he didn't seem to care that I was looking at the stuff. And I was like, it's gonna sit in a little while like this. Nobody around. So I go to the Spanish fellow. I'm like, hey. Oh, it's on. See. I was like, is this yours? You know, he's like, oh, no. Hey. I go, go on, knock on the door. Yeah. And he's like, put his little weed whacker, too hard, leaving in just one mind. And he was that jamming, you know what I'm saying? So I went up to the door. I was like, oh, man. I'm nervous, man. I walk upstairs, man. And I hear the dog start barking. Like, oh, no, man. Because it wasn't like little poodles and shit, man. It was like pit bulls and shit sounding barking, man. I kind of scared pit bulls, man. And all of a sudden the door opens like the shine, like, yes. I was like, that bass over there, man. He's like, 25. Not even the fact that he got all kinds of pit bulls right behind the door. I was like, 20. He's like, all right, fine. So went back to the car, man. Found a $20 bill. And I look around there. He's standing like right by my door with the bass. So, you know what I'm saying? Then I came back and said, hey, I forgot that bass, man. Anyway, so I got home late at night. I was looking at it, man. Look at this red thing. I was like, I haven't seen this bass before. And I look at the back. It says Tobias bass. I said, Tobias bass. I remember a couple years ago, we did this Halloween episode with our friend Darren Stevens. Two minds. Now, I've known Darren Stevens a long time. We used to have a band called Poseidon years ago. The Derelects, man. Where they broke up was me and Scotty, Johnny Rock, Dougie Fresh. Darren Stevens came to every one of our practices. He was our only fan, really. He was there all the time. I used to take care of Johnny Rock's guitars, like, you know, Mother Teresa, man. He was the best guitar player I ever met, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, you know, he should have the nicest, well-kept guitar. I think I've done a couple episodes with Johnny Rock guitars, so you know how much I, you know what I mean, care for Johnny Rock. So, you know, he would always play him. Darren Stevens, like, right after I fixed him up, like, oh, wow, man. Bobby G, man. Did a good job, man. Yeah, man, the works, man. I was like, yeah, the works, man. I cleaned it, you know what I mean? I fixed some electronics, man. It works. Like, yeah. I played it last week, man. It's bullshit. This is like beautiful, like new instruments. Like, yeah, that's right, man. That's right. Good job, man. Yeah. So a couple of years later, when I had the Guitkit show, like up and running, like all the time, I, like, you know what I mean? Halloween episode, he's like, you could fix up my guitar, man. My bass has got all kinds of, I think he actually had my man Theory ask as like the intermediary. And I was sure, I'd love to do that, man. No problem. You know what I mean? Without a doubt. You know what I mean? All of his electronics was spinning around. You know what I'm saying? Like, spinning around like, I was like, oh, something wrong with this. And then I filmed it. You guys enjoyed it. Link is below, right? And then you check it out again. And I was like, I looked at it and I was like, you know what, man? Unlike you guys who have the link right below, I looked it up because I had to look it up. I was like, Tobias bass Guitkit. And I was like, And I saw myself talking about Darren's bass. And turning it around in my little video. I'll show you a little. It's a cool instrument, man. All it needed was a little bit of furniture polish to really bring out the gloom and doom. That's suitable for Halloween, man. It's a nice tribute to a real Tobias guitar, too. You know what I'm saying? Bunch of cost-saving measures done by Gibson. I think all the Tobiases were originally neck through. Right? Right? I was paused on it. I was like, looked at the serial number of this bass right here. It was the same vodka bass. I was like, oh. I remember Darren Stevens was belly aching after I fixed up his bass. You know what I mean? Saying, oh, I just couldn't get down anymore after you cleaned it, man. And I was like, hey, man, you know what I'm saying? I spilled some coffee on it, some beer, and I'll piss on it, some cigarette fucking ashes, man. Be just like new, you know what I'm saying? But apparently, he couldn't get over that shit. He sold it to his neighbor for $20. I bought it for $20. Don't tell him. I don't want him coming by like, 5G, man. Saw that episode you did about my bass, man. Two minds living in just one heart. Love you, Darren. Your bass is mine. So, I see that he's painted it completely silver. Pickups included, which I don't like. I'm going to try to remedy that somehow. Either replacing the pickups. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep his overspray. It's so ridiculously bad that it's good. You know what I'm saying? For like a thing, and keep his little white fucking, his red area. It's got all pit bull hairs in it. I'll show you that closely together. He's also put some Gibson speed knobs on it, which are probably worth like $40 in themselves. They look like real Gibson parts. Probably had to go down to the Guitar Center when he lost the other two ones. Or maybe just wanted to change, man. Or maybe Pitbull Shining Guy fucking replaced them. I don't know, man. They look like real Gibson knobs, so that's a plus. I'm going to replace all those knobs. I'm going to get some special knobs off of AliExpress, man. We'll make it all nice for the people. And it looks like my electronic job's still good. Looks like all the knobs are spinning correctly. We'll plug it in before we pass it off, right? And then we'll be peaceful like a family should, right? Because where will we be without family? You know what I'm saying? So, I'll flip you around, man. We're going to look at this and experience it together for a second time. Take two. Take two. All right, take two. Ready, set, go. All right, we have it here on the slab. Some people call it down on the slob. You can see it's a real, like, bluff and tumble sort of spray can. I don't know how we didn't get on the bridge though, man. Don't like this. This is the one part I don't like all over those, man. Need some new knobs there, Noriega. I'd like to get a new cover for this thing, like a clear one. If I could dream about you. Got those gothic black strings, man. That's a cool thing. You got it all dirty finally. Good for you, D-Ron. You can pause from the video link, which is linked below. Below. I like this. I like this usage, man. I like that usage there. Usually gets usage. I like the body usage, man. I can't deny that shit. I like the dirt, man. He's got to go though. And this is gonna be rectified somehow. But all my electronics, real strong still. You know what I'm saying? Pots aren't spinning anywhere. You know what I'm saying, man? I don't know about this, man. So I'll see you in the laboratory, man, and we're going to get working on it again, man. Want to give it an expert thoroughfare, right? I like the wear, though, man. I like the way. So see you. 1, 2. Welcome back to the laboratory. This is Vittorio, mama. Vittorio on a job right now. He come back right in a couple minutes. Alright? Alright. So look, as I said in our introductions, man, there's certain things I want to keep, certain things I don't like, certain things I do like, things I don't like, we gotta get rid of, things I do like, we gotta keep. Don't like this being fucking all jackhammered open. I don't like this mismatched bullshit. I wish they didn't get rid of these, but now they has got rid of them, we're gonna have to order something suitable. No, it's already modified, so we might as well just keep on modifying her. So the first thing I wonder what really tackles the biggest thing. I want to fucking either replace these covers or, you know what I mean, get this fucking paint off. Now paint, removal, that's the last option. I want to try to find covers on AliExpress, which I briefly looked at before I turned on the camera. You know what I mean? And I think that we could probably order something on the cheap, man. On the cheap. So let's take these strings, off so we can sort of access shit. We don't really have to take them out of the bridge because there's only 4 of them. They're not going to really get that tangled up. We ain't going to be doing no kind of wrestling, as sometimes we call it, damn home style, when we wrestle, right? And then I'll see you when the package is delivered. We'll try to figure out what the fuck to do together. So again, they saw they're about 2 millimeters too small. They're a little bit, you know what I mean, if I go all the way down here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But that's the negativity. The positivity is that you know what I'm saying, screws line up. So let's take one of these guys out. Let's just see. Maybe it's just got it's a little bit wide, man. Maybe it's just got a bitch is a little bit wide. We could probably get away with it if we can get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, would you do it if you knew you could get away with it? Would you get away with it if you knew you could do it? Let's do it together. There it is. We got them loose. Hey, what happened to the neck? Huh. Well, I got bad news, worse news, and just disheartening news. Found out why these guys are painted silver. It's because he stripped the piss out of these 2 screws. This one, trying to get them out. Couldn't get them out. Left them in there. I mean, he got the bridge off. Right? God for small favors. We're able to work one of them out. You know what I'm saying? With a pair of pliers. This guy waits to actually score, man. Dremel, man. It's like Kennedy's head after Dealey Plaza, man. It's all fucked up looking, man. I broke 2 of these things, man. I wore this guy down to a little fucking shab of a nub, man. Bullshit, man. I had to go through all kinds of heartbreak. I had to wear protective eye gear, man. It was not a fun time, man. Not a fun time for me or my Dremel. Now, the worst news and the probably dishearteningest news of all is we can't really use these. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because these guys are sealed with epoxy, man. Man, when you're sealed with epoxy on these cheap-ass pickups, you're done. You know what I'm saying? You can't get them out, without destroying them. I mean, maybe. Probably not, right? So I was thinking to myself, hey, man, let's just buy a whole new set of pickups. I mean, I already wasted, $5 on the set, man. I might as well waste another $20 and, you know what I'm saying? And I wasted, all of a sudden I got like $60, sunk into this guy after buying this, and $70 and $80, $100, all kinds of money floating around. You know what I'm saying? How many times am I going to play this bass? Chances are I'm going to see fucking Holmes walk around the street and like fucking break down and tell him about it and give it back to him. Only to find it 10 years later at another yard sale, right? Oh, so what is my sad ass going to do? Well, this is the disheartening news. I was thinking about it. I was like, I might as well just sand these motherfuckers back. Paint them again. Paint them black. I mean, it's got like that texture. Same texture as this shit. I mean, it's nothing venture, nothing gain. Other than these 2 screws, let's call it at a loss. You know what I'm saying? I could probably relist these. You know what I'm saying? 2 or 3 years. And China's been outlawed completely. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know, fucking feather them in. Feather them in. Couldn't even get at those screws with that neck on, man, with that Dremel, man. That's why I had to take that shit off. That was disheartening as hell, man. Disheartening as hell. Stressful, man. Stressful times. So it's kind of a blessing in disguise because we're on the neck. We're trying to paint these guys. Let's you know, scrape them off a little bit. See what we can do. This is a lot of 10 coats or something like that. Let's try to get a nice for the people, nutty eggs. Right? Get them looking all spiffy. And then we'll see outside, man. And we'll paint them black lacquer together. I don't think we're going to have to paint them wagons after all, Sarge. Look, all right. We started off with some 1500 sandpaper. Then we did a little bit of steel wool. That's quadruple zero. We used this high-power magnet to get all the steel wool off the magnetic pickups, right? And then I was like, you know what, let me see, because it was starting to, you know, really lots of holidays coming through, and it was like, really, it didn't look like it was that thick or that hard to remove. So I hit it up with a little bit of Dollar Tree 100% acetone. Now, people always say to me, hey man, when you use that shit, you should be using this shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, this stuff is, I mean, they're both 100% acetone, supposedly, right? Supposedly. However, this is a little bit weaker. It's definitely a little bit weaker. Had I used this guy, it would have just melted the plastic uncontrollably. Because we did melt the plastic a little bit. We applied it with these little magic eraser sponge, you know, pieces. And, I mean, it really took it right off. You know, so didn't melt the plastic too much, but we melted a little bit. And then we sort of sanded it off again, did the process. Then we cleaned it off with some high-test alcohol, right? Also with the magic erase sponge. And just where we are, really. Just saying, and I was like, you know what? I don't think we need to paint these guys at all. They look a little worn, but they don't look like they've been painted. Then we took this moment in time to also clean all the paint off the heads of the survivors. We got our 2 fucking castaways over here, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll have to do something about that in due time. What we want to do now is we want to tuck these pickups back up into this instrument, you know what I mean, where they're supposed to be. Bring it over to the amplifier and just tap test it. Make sure we didn't destroy these pickups at all and they're still functioning completely. So we don't have to, you know what I mean. Because right now, you know, we're at that point. Should we keep them or should we not? You know what I'm saying? Let's figure it out. And I'll be right back in 1 minute. So I got good news and I got bad news. The bad news is there's no good news, right? But the good news is that this one works. The worst news is this one don't work at all. But it seems to be maybe something down here and not up here, because I don't hear anything at all coming out of this whole Potsy scheme, man. So let's open it up, see if we can diagnose it, and see if we can fix it. Right? Alright, so we got it cracked open. You see that weirdo pot right there? Unfortunately, that's the fucking problem child. That's the problem. I was like, oh no. Has to be the fucking intricate bullshit fucking weirdo pot to fail. But I looked at it and it looks like it's connected. You know what I'm saying? Its own weird way. It's this black lead. So I was like, you know what, man? I got out some electronic cleaner and I sprayed the fuck out of it. I brought over the amp and it worked a little bit. I was like, ooh. Then I brought it back here and sprayed, you know what I mean, 10 fucks out of it. And it sounded almost natural. It was louder than the other one, so I cleaned all the rest of them. Ugh. We're going to wait for it to totally dry in here. Dry out there, son. You got your wedding to go to, right? We're going to close them up. We're going to talk about the final pickup fucking challenge, bro. Ready? So we got the cabinet all closed off. Hopefully everything's okay. And we got to screw these guys down. Now we got 6 screws that are okay. We got 2 screws that we probably get down again. I mean, in like an honest world, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that that pickup is real fucked up. We might have to remove it someday. We probably want to replace these. So, found these in the drawer. A bunch of these. The same. You got that tall collar. Same size as these guys. You know what I'm saying? Only the wrong color, man. Wrong color. It's a finer screw. It's a little finer. It's a nicer quality, but it's the same thread. You can feel it's the same thread. So we're going to take these two guys outside and we're going to spray paint them with black lacquer, and then we're going to further treat them so they don't get all nicked and knacked up, right? Knicker-knackered up. So let's go outside and let's paint these guys down. So we're out here in the hot sun, right? Be shy. See him? His name is Lacure. Don't ask questions. Just watch for results, right? Let's give him a little spritz. I see it that burnt. And there it is. Nice thick coat. We're gonna go ahead and let it shed a spell. We'll see it when it's been cured out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Alright, so it's the next day. Nice and dark. Real shiny though. The real deal here is more of a decidedly sort of, you know what I'm saying, a grayness about it. So I have this acrylic paint called Pavement. It's matte paint. Got a needle brush here. We're just gonna hit around the bowl, man. Get it real, flame it real hard with that lighter. Get that last little piece of that nug, right? Let's get these guys right for scene. Ready? There you go. See that? I had a phone one time I could get real close. This phone doesn't really like getting close with things. Very antisocial, but looks good with or without flash. It's got a little bit of scum to it. So let's screw these down. Let's do a good job together. Do we know when we're coming? It's great, man. It looks beautiful, right? We're all screwed up. What a happy day. Happy day in the garbage, man. So what's next on the agenda? Well, this thing fucking feels like an unfinished piece of furniture, man. You know what I'm saying? No, I like the finish in itself because it's all rough. Reminds me of my fucking boy, wandering the streets at night. However, it doesn't really feel too inviting. So we're going to pull these knobs off. We get some paste wax onto this old gal. Just make it a little bit smooth. Right? Make it a little bit more protected. We're going to preserve the preservative. Right? I see it that burnt, my friends. Right? Alright, so first we waxed it up. Then after we went over it with the first pass, we took this 1500 grade sandpaper and we just sort of evened out all the real fucked up spots and then did a second coat on it. And it's pretty even feeling now. It's not, you know what I mean? You can't like, you know what I mean? It feels more like, you know what I mean? Just like a matte instrument. We also took a piece of, we used to call them pipe cleaner. Now it's called a chenille string. And we just flossed inside the ear and get all that shit out of there. Right? And all kinds of pit bull hairs and fucking other kind of adventurous things in there. So we're pretty much done with this old fucking war machine. Let's put it aside and let's focus on that neck. Ready? Right? There's not really too much to do on this guy, so maybe clean this off a little bit. But it's pretty good condition. I pretty much conditioned it pretty well a couple of years back. I don't think he's really played it much other than painting it. So I have a piece of scrap tracing paper just floating around. I keep these things because, you know, conservation is preservation of your money, right? So what we're going to do is just going to hold this on there. I have a black crayon. Some people call them crayon. I'm calling it a crane. Just like this is a bass, that's a crane. Right? I don't know how my pronunciation. I'm just going to sort of trace the sides of it. Then I'm going to notate where these screw holes for the truss road cover goes, man. This is a crossroad truss road cover, man. What a weird thing to do, man. What a wild thing. And I hate that red. I don't want to remove it, though. In case Darren murders somebody. Or that pit bull guy and murders somebody. I don't want to have the infamous man's bass. Hey, man. The night I painted the truss rod area red of my Tobias bass was the night I knew people were going to drop. Let's see when we've been traced out, man. I mean, traced. Yeah, it's easy as that, man. Right? So what we're going to do is we're going to take this, we're going to fix it to this big 11 by 17 sheet right in the corner here. See how convenient that shit is? We already have two edges, 1, 2, already pretty much cut for us, right? We just got to cut this one and this one. Now, generally, I use this. I used to use like the spray, rubber cement, but it always sort of reacts with this film after like 25 minutes or so. And I fucking roll and rock with this thing, man, you know what I'm saying? And then I do a Dremel, and by the time I'm done, it's all bubbling up. It's kind of a pain in the ass. So let's give it a shot with regular old, like, fucking glue stick, man. Second grade glue stick. Cut this guy out, fix him, and then we'll try to cut him off basically here. I'll see it, that burnt. So we got the rough cut. This is what we call the unbelted sander, man. We're just going to whittle it down a little bit and make it look a little nice for the people. Make it look pretty. We might have to bust out the Dremel. We might not. We'll see what we can do, man. See what we can do. There it is. It's perfect, man. This is kind of worse for a way of looking, but we got it perfect, man. Had to use the Dremel just to shape it down a little bit at first. It was a little bit too ragged. So we went to this guy, and then we sort of fined him up. I don't know what this is. What is this? 120? Yeah. Worst thing about doing these guards is you get this fucking shit everywhere, man. Everywhere. Fucking everywhere and everywhere. I had to wear like a dirty old t-shirt, man, because it was growing all over my shirt and shit. And bedding itself. So now we're going to do those holes, right? See the holes are still pretty much right on. Right on the money, man. Right where it should be, man. Right on. That one's not as prevalent anymore, Neil. But we'll measure him out to make sure he's perfect. We'll cut those holes right now. Alright, that's good enough for skiffle, man. We got all kinds of mess going on now, man. All kinds of bullshit going on. Let's take some steel wool and scuff this up a little tiny bit. It's too shiny. Too shiny. Yeah, so we're good on this, man. Shiny but not too shiny. New but not too new. So I got this. Used this last month. I haven't even bothered to get any new polish since then because it's kind of, I liked it a little bit. And plus, it doesn't mess with wax. So, I mean, I waxed it. I did a real good job, sealing and cleaning this fretboard last time. It wasn't very long ago. It doesn't look like there's very much wear since that time. So let's just clean it up a little bit. Using this guy. I'll see you when we're done, partner. See if it looks, see the fretboard looks the same as old Bobby G left it, man. All shiny and new looking. I don't understand why he didn't like it, man. That bass when I gave it back to him was like $1 million, man, compared to the bullshit that I walked home with. You know what I'm saying, man? So it looks like the wax is still good. Looks like I don't have to do anything else to it. You know what I'm saying? We just basically got all the primary bullshit on. So we're not going to attach this guy yet. Not yet. Let's put him aside. Right up there. These fellas, time to call you out of retirement. Let's reattach it. Right? Reunited, and it feels so good. Right? Reconnected. Good job. Alright, so what about this? Well, see this? Like a fucking glove in there, man. However, we're going to talk about those holes, man. We need truss rod cover screws, man. Now, back in episode 1, oh yes, episode 1, we made a Les Paul. And I needed truss rod cover screws, so I ordered these off of AliExpress, right? M3, 8 millimeters. And there they are, man. But, alas, These are of the chromous color. We don't want a chromium color deal, so we're going to have to paint these just like we did for these old fuckers. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have to go through the same old process. Same old starting salary, son. So I'll see you back outside. Alright, so here we are in the fresh air. Same box as before. About to make it a little bit less fresh. Same way we did before. What? There we go, folks. 2 nice thick coats. Beautiful job. Do you see it? I see it. Trust me. Let it sit out here in the sun about 25 minutes. After that, we'll bring it downstairs, let it cool out. And that's the print. We'll see each other again. So now we're back down south. Back down the cellar. Let it cool in the garage after sitting out in the sun for about an hour. But 8 hours ago, right? So we went a long time around here. Got that old pavement again, right? We're going to take a piece of sponge part. Not the actual magic erase part. This is the rarely used part. We're going to just dab it on there a little bit. Let it dry, right? And then we're going to screw it on. Let it dry, screw it on. Let it dry, screw it on, right? You think you can handle that, Mr. Fat Jack? What do you mean, the little boat? Look at that. Perfect, man. It's a perfect job. Perfect deal. So, we're so close, man. What about these, man? What are we going to do with that? Just put on those bullshit knobs that we had? I don't know. I don't think that's a good idea. I think pretty much what happened was that Darren lost to him while he was painting it. And then the only way you get him was from the Guitar Center. That's his only outlet for parts. You know, he's not like AliExpress, man. You know what I'm saying? It's probably the only knobs they had. But in that spirit, maybe he did want speed knobs on it. I found the cheapest thing on AliExpress that was the nicest thing, in my opinion, that he would approve of and I approve of because it's black and it's a speed knob. It's kind of cool. I don't know, right? I don't even know if, you know what I mean, they're going to look that great at all. But let's put them on there and let's give an opinion. Because opinions are 3/10 the matter. Wow, they look great. Look at that, it's like shining around there. It looks really awesome. I'm so pleasantly pleased. You know what I'm saying? Pleasantly pleased with this. Whatever was this is the brand, man. McGuire. We've heard of McGuire before. You know what I'm saying? It's MacGyver. McGuire. They look really nice, man. Look at the light shining on them. Like a fucking... Yeah, man. Love it. So let's, you know what I mean, put these guys back on, man. I'll see you at the Glamour Charts Part 2, man. Charts. So this is the Grand Premiere. They call it Premiere, as in Premium Nights. But Premiere is if you've already done it. You know what I'm saying? It's not a premium night. It's just repeat. Like that serial number is a repeat. You know what I'm saying? So it's basically, it's just like, is it still alive? There's nothing really, we're trying to prove to you. But it came out okay, you know. This goofy finish sort of adds something to it, sort of, you know what I'm saying? Tried and traveled and true. Looks great. Everything came out as I hoped it would. So let's hear it. After all, hearing is, you know what I mean? Just like seeing, only listening. Right? And where would we be without friends? Peace be with you. Look after yourself. That's what I mean by friendship. Little hall. This is bass Mark, sometimes known as bass Mark. He's very good. The bass. Hanging around alone Summertime is coming when hanging me up, and now I'm feeling real spent. Baby, talk to me. Stand waiting there for the bus. The lady comes up with a look of lust, smiling as she walks away. Only good thing that happened today. That's a song, the year 2003. Few people of the year 2026. Be peaceful for you. Love you, bass Mark. I always wrote a hit song with this guy every time I sat down with him. You know what I'm saying? Some people, you just got it, man. Be peaceful. Enjoy your summertime. Old bass, new life.